Whoa. Look at the size of that. I think you'd sleep the other way around so you don't bang your head on there. But it's massive. Look at the size of it.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace, but more on that later.
Well, today you join me on the south coast of the UK. I'm back at Harbour Creek Motorhomes and I'm here to check out possibly the coolest caravan that money can buy. Let's take a look. So today we're going to look at the 320 by TAB. Now there's actually two here, as you can see, both in different colours, but how cool do they look? They are a teardrop design caravan, nice and lightweight. As you can see, we've got the TAB Metropolis, and over this side, the TAB Mexican Sunset. Now obviously, they both stand out loads. They are both going to really stand out on the campsite, but there's no denying that the Mexican Sunset stands out more than the Metropolis with that groovy paint job on the side. Let us know in the comments below which you prefer the look of. I'm quite liking the Metropolis on the old school steel wheels. I think that looks quite cool. But let's take a look around the outside. So let's start at the front. It's an Alco hitch. That's where you hitch it onto your car. You've got a brake there, and this controls the jockey wheel, so you can lower and raise the jockey wheel. Check out the old BSA motorbike as well. How cool is that? And then back from the actual hitch itself, this is where you store two decent size gas bottles. And you've also got storage there for your chocks, which is quite neat. So you can just lift them out and chock the wheels. Above the gas locker, you've got a window offset to the side, a decent sized window. And yeah, you can just see how much that curves right round and up over the top, and obviously you can see a skylight just at the top there. Let's work our way around the side. You've got big sturdy grab handles all the way around, so you've got two at the front, two at the back. This here is where you attach your hookup cable to. And what do you think to the funky design on the side? I really like the porthole window up at the front here. We'll take a look inside in a second. And then behind that you've got a much bigger window as well. So yeah, you've got plenty of light inside. Below that, I spoke about them earlier, you've got funky steel wheels on this one. Alloy wheels are an option. And then those sort of decals go all the way back. You can also see that there's actually an awning rail as well, so you can get a bespoke awning for this, just to give you a bit more space. And that's actually on both sides as well, so you can choose which side you want to have the awning. Most people would have it, obviously, the side where the door is, which is the other side. And then also back from there, here's another grab handle. So it's fairly easy to maneuver this. This is 750 kilos, this caravan maximum weight. Now that's quite a key figure. Well, it was. Up until very, very recent, about 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, people who passed their test after 1997, like myself, their driving test that is, they could only tow a maximum of 750 kilos trailers, or you could have a combined total vehicle and trailer of 3.5 tons. And obviously, as vehicles have got heavier and heavier, that's been really hard to achieve a caravan and car less than 3.5 tons. Now, if you have a nice heavy car, a big heavy car, you could only tow 750 kilos, which is why a lot of these lightweight caravans have been made to that target figure. Now, like I say, that has just changed, and it's actually come more in line with people that passed their test before 1997, and you can actually tow a lot more. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with these lightweight caravans. I think people are still really keen to not have a massive caravan, especially if you've got no towing experience. It's quite a daunting task really to tow a big vehicle. But if it is a bigger vehicle that you're after, there's actually a TAB 400 which is bigger than this, which we'll take a look at in a future video, so make sure you stay subscribed. Now the back of the Caravan, there's no window. You'll see why when we get inside, but it's just that real sleek look. Yeah, it almost looks like it's made of sort of stainless steel. It's not, it's a composite design. You've got your rear lights, indicators, brake lights, etc., and then also you can see the steadies at the bottom there, so you don't topple over. Along with the wheels, as you can see, that's steel wheels on that one, but that is alloy wheels, which are an option. Another option, although this one's got the alloy wheels, it doesn't have the locker access. You can access it from inside, but you can't on this one. You can actually access it from outside, and it's a really big locker actually. If I open that up, you can actually clip it up the top there, but that goes all the way through and then quite a way to the front as well, and then the same on the other side. Now if you've got stuff right down the back there, it might be quite hard to get. You'd have to climb through almost, but yeah, that's a big amount of storage. But like I say, you can actually access that from inside, which we'll take a look at. But yeah, I think that's quite a nice feature to have, you know, if you want to keep some outdoor chairs in there. So we've had a look outside. I know you're keen to have a look inside, but before we do that, here's a quick message from today's sponsor, Squarespace.
Squarespace is an all-in-one website design and web building tool that makes it so simple to build a website, even Bentley could do it. You can choose from loads of different website templates that you then customise to fit your own personal style and needs. For example, you can easily create interactive member areas, blogs, online shops, or just a place to connect your social media accounts. It's an amazing tool for whatever you want to create online. So head on over to squarespace.com and use code ABusAndBeyond, or use our link in the description below. That will give you a free trial and 10% off any products that you choose to buy.
So let's take a look inside. Mexican sunset. It's such a cool colour. You're not going to lose your Caravan when you're on the campsite, that's for sure. So you've got a porthole window also inside the actual door. Door opens. Before I forget, before I go in there, you have a blind on that porthole window. But let's take a look inside. So the first thing that greets you as you walk in, on the right hand side, so the front of the Caravan, is a 2-burner hob and also a sink with hot and cold water. You can lower that down and then that creates your worktop space, and also you can use the table that's behind us as well. You've got a nice window at the front there that we saw, so that gives plenty of light in the front there. Over to the left of the worktop you've got a couple of shelves, so you can put your cans, your tinned food and things like that up there, maybe a couple of glasses. Below that, this is your battery gauge, so it tells you how much voltage you've got and how full your battery is. This one is a switch for the light, and then that is a 3-pin plug. Above the sink and the hob you've got a couple of cupboards which actually have a decent amount of space. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, so you can put more pots and things inside there. And then as we start working further down, on the right hand side you've got a 60-litre fridge. It's a Dometic fridge, and it also has a tiny little freezer compartment, so you can at least get some pop ices in there. Below the fridge you've got another little cupboard actually, which is a bit more I don't know, you probably wouldn't put stuff that you use all the time in there, but you can maybe put I don't know, some frying pans in there or something. Ridge monkeys, probably put a ridge monkey in there. Now next to the fridge you've got a drawer that is a bit of a funny shape because of the sink. So yeah, you put your cutlery in there, but you couldn't really, well, you'd have to have a bespoke cutlery tray if you were going to have a cutlery tray. But yeah, you put your knives and forks and things in there. And then 2 cupboards as well. Often with Caravans you have outdoor water supplies, so you have an aqua roll which you fill up with water, but this one actually has a tank that goes inside, so you take that out fill it with fresh water, and that feeds your boiler and your Truma boiler, so you can get hot water, and also it goes straight to the sink for cold water. The waste actually runs down that black pipe, and you have an external waste carrier, so that actually drains out the bottom, and then you just fill it up with your external waste carrier. But above the water tanks you actually have a shelf, so you can put some pots and pans in there, or your bowls and plates, that kind of thing. So yeah, for a caravan of this size, it's not bad storage, to be fair. So moving left of the kitchen area, this is your wardrobe. So this is where you'll actually store all your clothes. You've got a hanging rail there, then you've also got a bit of storage above, maybe for your towels, that kind of thing. And also in here you can see things like your inverters and all sorts of gubbins for your electrical supply. And then also beneath that cupboard you can see your Truma heater. So like I say, that's your it's a gas heater and also gas hot water as well, so you can power your heating and your hot water from that. Working further back, you've got some storage at the top here, which has just got some bungee cords, so you can put some things in there. Beneath that you've got another porthole window. The windows all have blinds fitted, so you can close the blinds. Unfortunately you can't open the round windows, but you can open the windows further back, and the one in the kitchen as well you can open. Now beneath that you actually have a space, but there is actually a stool that you can fit inside here, which I'll show you now. Now the stool that actually goes in that space is fully upholstered, but as you can see it hinges upwards, and you can actually fit a Thetford porta potty in there, so that is your toilet. But yeah, that fits in, and then also obviously it's an extra seat during the day. So yeah, as you can see, there is no toilet in this van, which is hardly surprising for a van of this size, but yeah, that is your toilet. So your toilet would be there, which you can move it around, you can put it wherever you want during the day. Might give you a bit more space when you're getting changed if you don't have it there, but at least you can move it. But then, yeah, towards the back of the van, this is our seating area. As you can see, the upholstery matches the outside. You've got orange stripes, there's a bit of green in there, a bit yellow, but yeah, Mexican sunset upholstery in this. Very, very cool. Let's have a look on the door side first. So you've got some cupboards at the top here, and the cupboards go quite a way back actually, so you can actually store stuff further back. And then again you've got more bungee storage at the back here, so you can slide stuff in there. A window beneath which like I say you can open. It's got fly screens as well as blackout blinds as well that come all the way down. Interestingly, as well as the blinds, you've actually got fake curtains. They don't actually go all the way across. As you can see the top there, that's as far as they go. But yeah, nice, gives it a bit of a homely vibe at least. Behind the window you've got a reading light and also a USB plug on this side. And then you've got these sort of like magazine pockets of both sides. So yeah, you can put your iPads, your magazines, whatnot in there. And then in the middle, what looks a bit like phone storage, I suspect, at night time. And then on this side, you have another reading light, but instead of a USB, you've got a 3-pin plug. And if I move around to this side, you have another opening window and then another cupboard above that as well. Now I'm sat on the sort of dining area. It's your lounge, your dining area. It's all sorts. It's also your bed at night, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But you do have a fair bit of storage underneath these. So if I take that cushion off and that one, you can actually lift these lockers up. This one's got your battery inside, so that's your leisure battery. Opposite the battery one, you've got another locker underneath there, and that actually has nothing in it, so that's pure space under there. And under this one, now that's actually what you can see from that opening hatch at the back. So if I move, let's move these so you can have a look. There you go, a huge locker underneath there. But yeah, if you have the door, that's how you access it through. You can access it through that side there as well. One thing you can see is there's some really clever touches, like you can see the little cutouts in the bottom there. So what you can actually do is you can slide the table into there, and it just gives you that bit more space for getting in. And it's the same on the other side as well, so you can slide it over that way if you like. As you can see, with the table out of the way, you actually have quite a bit of space to sit around. It's not a fixed table, so you can actually move it out of the way. You can fold it up, but also the table does fold up, and then you put it down on the bottom here and it forms part of your bed. But thankfully, in the Metropolis version, the bed is already made, so let's go and have a look. And there you have it, it's huge. The lens on this doesn't really do it justice, but the bed is massive. Whoa. I think you'd sleep the other way around so you don't bang your head on there. But it's massive, look at the size of it. Huge. And also in the Metropolis, it's a bit more chilled out with the actual upholstery colours. I think I prefer these a little bit more. You've got dark grey and light grey, same on the side. Maybe that's me being a bit boring. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the bright orange, or do you prefer the Metropolis, more urban looking, I would say? But also this one, you can see the porta potty is in place, so it gives you plenty of space still. It's not a big box, but then you can just move it across a bit. It's strapped in, look, so that it doesn't go flying when you are travelling along. But yeah, as you can see, it gives you a bit more seating space, but yeah, it's not too overwhelming. It's quite clever as well, because the actual head bit of the bed is just that bit that's folded up. It's quite hard for me to, I don't really want to climb all over it, but as you can see, that does just fold straight back up, so that's really easy to do actually. And then all you do to put it back down into bed mode, you just lift that flap up and drop it down. The door actually has a fly screen built in, which is quite nice, so that's useful. One option you can actually specify on here, this one doesn't have it, neither does the Metropolis, but you can actually get some sort of tracks that go one either side, and then you can actually fit a bike rack on the back here, which is pretty cool. There's also storage boxes you can put on the back as well. So there we have it. There's a real good look at the TAB 320. This is just 2 of the 4 that are actually in the range as well. There's a TAB 320 off-road, which has chunkier tyres, a bit more off-roady look to it, so it's got more mouldings around it, and also it has a storage box on the outside as well, which looks pretty cool. There's also a TAB 320 Basic as well, which is more basic than these inside, so yeah, if you want a bit more hardcore camper, then there's the TAB 320 Basic. Like I said earlier, there's also a TAB 400, which is bigger. It has a toilet built in inside, and they will be getting one of those here at Harbour Creek eventually, so stay tuned, stay subscribed to the channel, because we will definitely be doing a tour of that. Once again, a huge thank you to Harbour Creek for letting us come down, and as always, they've set it up beautifully for us. It's nice to be inside and filming. It's lovely out there, but it's very, very windy. So huge thank you to Harbour Creek. Make sure you check them out. The link to their website is below. If you know anyone that's interested in one of these, make sure you share the video with them as well. We shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.